YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell Good family. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Of course, it's positive energy and it's positive vibes, man. And it's positive vibes only. No negativity whatsoever will live on this channel. All right. So today, you know, man, I ain't seen a tag video in a minute. I haven't seen a tag video in quite some time. As a matter of fact, the last time I saw one, I probably was a part of it, and it's been a while. So I really like the tag videos. It's a way to build the community up in a positive way. Really shows some camaraderie in the community. Well, not only content creators, but you guys who are watching, who support our channels and show love to these types of videos or videos in general, shorts or whatever posts when it comes to the world of fragrance, man. So I'm deciding to go ahead and kick one off. I ain't asked nobody do they want to do it or whatever. I'm just going to tag a couple channels and hopefully we can keep it going. And I feel that this would be a good one because a lot of times in our space, the fragrance space, there's a lot of redundant like fragrances. You know, everybody's talking about the same thing, especially new releases. I'm guilty of that. Something comes out, of course I want to give my opinion. It's not a bad thing, but I know that, you know, people, viewers, they're you know, what's different out there, what's new, what's underrated. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so I have 5 underrated fragrances in my collection that I am recommending. All right, to sample, get your nose on, blind buy if you dare. So 5 underrated fragrances that I'm recommending that you at least try. All right, so we're going to make this a tag. I'm going to shout out those accounts at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and tap in. Up first, this is a very popular house. The conversation of this house is rampant every day in Fragcom, and it should be. It's one of my favorite houses, top 5 all time for me. From the house of Nishane, we're talking Ambra, Calabria. Ambra, Calabria. Yes, this is one of my favorite Nishanes. Unique profile of this green, spicy, fresh vanilla style of a fragrance. Yes. You get, it's spring in the bottle. It's a very interesting concept of green, fresh, spicy greens and vanilla. That's what you get. There's some lavender in here. There's some musk in here, but it embodies spring. But the vanilla is done just right, and the greens are done just right with this fragrance, man. So it's not overly earthy and unbearable. It's not. It's a complementary green freshness with a very nice, silky, light-hearted vanilla, a musk that really carries this fragrance. It's just great. You don't see a lot of conversations about it. As a matter of fact, at the top of my head, the only person that comes to mind who really kind of really shown this love was my guy Selly. Selly knows it all. I know he's a fan of Ambra Calabria. I think he's like on his 2nd bottle or something last time I saw him talk about it. I could be wrong, but I think it is Selly. But yeah, Ambra Calabria, worth a sample, especially for this time of year. Get your nose on the Nishane fans. You know the quality is A1. The oils are A1. A lot of things about Nishane are positive. So check this one out. Doesn't get a lot of love in the community. Very underrated, but I definitely think it's sample worthy for sure. From the house of Nishane, Ambra Calabria. All right, and this is, I think they only come in 50 mLs. I don't think these come in 100 ml bottles, because if they did, I'd have one. So check it out. All right, up next, I have Raven. I have been raving about this house since I've been introduced to it and experienced the house. And this is definitely a fragrance that I see no conversation about whatsoever, but it is fantastic, man. From the house of Arabian Oud, we have Amiri. Amiri, Arabian Oud. Man, beautiful citrus, pink pepper, citrus, musk. This is an isoe super ambroxan push that's in this fragrance. It is great quality, super versatile. This could be a fragrance, if you were only looking for one fragrance for your entire life, this could be it. This could be it, man. It is fresh, it is clean, it is citrusy, It's great for the office, everyday wear, to the gym. Whatever you got going on, Amiri has you covered. Now, somebody may ask, I hear Sultani is really close. In the dry down, yes, Sultani and Amiri are, neck and neck. But their openings and their mids make them very different and not too redundant to have, but we'll talk about that later. Amiri is based on very vibrant citruses, sparkly, vibrant citruses, the sweet pink pepper, musk, woods, lavender, just absolutely outstanding what this fragrance provides. It's a sneaky one too. When you think it's gone, it's still around. And it's really not really much conversation about Amiri. When you're talking fresh fragrances, this is one of the GOATs. Okay? One of the GOATs when you're talking pound for pound fresh fragrances. That's what this is. And I definitely highly recommend it. Get you a sample, blind buy if you dare, from the house of Arabian Oud. We're talking Amiri. Middle Eastern niche perfumery at its finest. All right. Up next, I've only seen one person other than myself talk about this fragrance more than once. From the house of Sphinx, we're talking Mangolicious Habibi Storm. This is a beautiful buttery mango, beautiful hibiscus florals in here. When you dry down, you get a little appearance from some leather and like a woodsy presence. And the note in here is oud, but it doesn't stand out. You do get a little bit of a leathery appearance. But the real stars are the mango, the vanilla, and the hibiscus flower. That's what you get. Back in my day, not too far long ago, but I used to go to this beauty shop and they had fresh cut natural hibiscus soap. And I used to buy it up. I was only using hibiscus soap, and it was great for sensitive skin and, replenishing and nourishing the skin. Hibiscus can do wonders for your skin. So when you smell it in the fragrance, I could pick it up rather easily because of my experience with hibiscus. And that's why I love it so much. It's very underrated with the note of mango running wild in the community. I mean, you name a house, they probably have some type of mango fragrance that they're pushing out. But this one from Sphinx doesn't get a lot of love, and it should. Now, it does lean a little feminine with the floral and the mango, but I don't care about that. I don't smell fragrances based on the gender. I smell it for the creation, then I just kind of make the determination there. But this is one to experience. If you love mango, this is one to tap into. A very smooth, silky, buttery mango, florals, vanilla, really good stuff. A light appearance of a soft leather in the dry down, but it's not overwhelming. It's not overtaking the mango or the vanilla, but it is good. Leans a little bit feminine, yes. Unisex for sure. Ladies, you can definitely partake in this as much as you would like, because it probably would do, well, not probably, most likely would do more damage if a lady was wearing this compared to us fellas, just being honest, because it is very sexy, very attractive fragrance, and it's worth a sample, man. I'm not sure if Sphinx has samples. I'm sure they probably do, but get your nose on this if you love mango. If you love mango, get your nose on this. From the house of Sphinx fragrances, we have Mangolicious Habibi Storm. Habibi Storm. All right. Is that a focus? Okay, there we go. All right, up next, one of the most underrated 5-star fragrances that you could try. If you are a lover of rose oud, this is a real treat. It is the freshest take on rose oud that I've ever come across, and it is outstanding, compliment getter, just great. From the house of Maison, we have Rebirth. This is my favorite from the line. Silent Night's great. It's great. I love Silent Night, but Rebirth is incredible. It is a fresh, powdery rose, slightly sweet, musk, vanilla, a lavender, oud. It's incredible. It's like the freshest, however fresh you can get on the oud or on a wood, you get it here. with a very bright, fresh, slightly powdery, slightly sweet rose. The vanilla is what really makes this fragrance rise up. Really elevates it to another level because how the vanilla is blended. It's a soft vanilla that carries the rose, carries the oud, carries the musk and the lavender. It carries it. So it's not an overwhelming vanilla that makes it pop off and be ultra sweet. That's not what you get here. This is a beautiful creation. I want to say it definitely has some sophistication, some maturity along with this fragrance. But at the end of the day, when you're talking a fragrance experience, this is one of the best. This is my favorite from the brand of Maison Daba is Rebirth. It is ultra good, man. And I highly recommend it. They do have samples on their site. I'll link it down below. They do have discovery sets, I believe. But very affordable, independent niche brand. Good, man. Quality, yes. Everything about this brand and this fragrance specifically is awesome. Try it out. Underrated, and I definitely recommend you try. From the house of Maison Daba, we're talking Rebirth. Rebirth from the house of Maison Daba. Okay. All right, and last but not least, man, probably the steal of the fall season that just passed. And you can wear this in the winter time as well. But it's a more cooler weather fragrance, but this stuff is killer. From the house of Parfumeur Petit, we have 902. Man, what a pleasure it was to experience this apple brandy up top, cinnamon, tobacco. There's this light fruity appearance from a plum note that's in here. Not like a dark plum, black plum, just you can get this juicy, dark fruitiness that's lingering with the tobacco and the cinnamon and that apple brandy. Up top, there's a orange note that really makes this a very vibrant approach to usually a more darker, heavier combination when you're talking boozy fragrances and tobaccos. No, it is as fresh as it could get for this type of profile. But God, this stuff is outstanding. Great performer. I overly enjoy this. Might be my favorite from the house. This might be my favorite. 902 might be my favorite from the house of Parfumeur. I can't speak on it enough. You love tobacco, you love booze, which is that apple brandy is special in this one. That orange in here really gives it this vibrant, almost zesty electric opening with the fragrance. So that's the best way I can explain it, but it's definitely meant for you to get your nose on and see for yourself. But this was a winner for the past fall season during the winter time and that cooler weather, especially going out for like date night or if you're going out to have a little fun, wearing this to go bowling, to the movies, because like I said, it's right where it needs to be before you consider it a dark fragrance. This isn't a dark fragrance, but it definitely has the right amount of depth, the right amount of projection, the right amount of body. Performance is outstanding. I can't stress enough that apple brandy, citrus opening, the development of the cinnamon, it's just outstanding. It's outstanding, and I highly recommend you getting your nose on this. Underrated, never really talked about. Recommended for sure. From the house of Parfumeur, we're talking 902. 902, huge fan for sure. All right, huge fan. All right, so that is my 5. I consider these very underrated, but I definitely recommend them for you to get your nose on. And these are really good fragrances, man. Really good. I would be hard pressed if anybody just absolutely dislikes. It might not be for you, but would you dislike it? I don't know. They're really good. Most of these, kind of have like that mass appealing, complimentary, oh, do I smell good moment that people are looking for. Most of these fragrances, all of these fragrances have that. But anyway, let's get to the tag. So I'm going to tag my guy Charm City. Big fan of Charm City's channel. He does really great work in the community. Love the live streams that he's been doing. Dope. Going to tag my boy Tazo. Tazo reviewer, gonna tag Tazo to get in here. Selly knows it all. He don't really make content like that anymore. But looking forward to seeing what my guy has to say. I'm messing with you, Selly. Who else? My guy Mike, the Fragrance Fraternity. Shows me a lot of love. Appreciate you, Mike. Let's see what you got. And I'm gonna do one more. My man's Kevin. Kevin Smell Goods. Kevin Smell Goods. What you got, man? Y'all got beautiful collections. What do y'all deem underrated? And what do you deem underrated that you would recommend for people to try? Let's see what y'all got. I'm gonna tag these guys' channels in the description. And if you're watching, you don't have to be tagged to do this. Let's just see how this can go, because who doesn't want to be introduced to newer things? How far can this go? So if you're seeing this, you want to jump in, hey, I'm tagging everybody. How about that? But I will list those gentlemen's channels who I mentioned so y'all can check them out. Subscribe to their channel. Show some love. All right? Let's build a community for better, man. You know, all this division with the clones versus niche. I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand it. But subjective preference, individuality is what this is all about. That's what makes us fun and beautiful, because we can chop it up, bounce opinions off of each other, have a good fun conversation. I have a fun time doing this, and as long as I continue to have a fun time, then we'll keep rocking out, and that's what we're doing. All right, so tag, y'all boys are up. Let's see what y'all got. You ain't got to be tagged if you want to do it. Let's see what you got. All right, so until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Positive energy, man, positive vibes. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you get out into this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Voice is still hanging in there. We're almost back, but we keeping it rolling, baby. Peace, man. All right, y'all, splack it.